this again, shall we? Okay. What's the crack, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Kazzie here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you all of the books that I read in 2017. I read 71 books in 2017, which is amazing for me. And it's actually the mirror of 17, which I find quite fitting, and you know, I'm a dork like that, so I notice things like that. 2017 was the first year that I wanted to keep track of what I was reading and to have an actual goal of how many books that I wanted to read. Usually I read maybe about 6 books in a year, which is not bad. I'm not the fastest reader in the world, so for getting through like 6 books is actually quite good for me. Even at university, when I had a reading list, I didn't get through half of those books because either they were boring as sin, I hated them, or you know, I just bother reading them, so at least I'm honest. So I'm just going to be showing you the books that I read, because let's face it, if I was to sit here and talk about them and what they were about and what reading I give them, we're going to be here for a while. And I mean a while, and I have work to go to after this, and it's not usual that I have work to go to after filming. I usually have gone to work first, but this is a strange turn of events for me. It really is. So without further ado, let's just get into them. The first book of 2017 that I read was Scrappy Little Nobody by Anna Kendrick. Then I moved on to Rogue One, A Star Wars Story by Alexander Freed, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and The Chamber of Secrets, and The Prisoner of Azkaban, and The Goblet of Fire, and The Order of the Phoenix, all by J.K. Rowling. Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters, and The Titan's Curse, and The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian, all by Rick Riordan. Caraval by Stephanie Garber, Marvel's Black Widow Forever Red by Margaret Stohl, The Lost Hero, the first book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, a Scarlet Witch comic book, which I don't know the name of right now, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon, Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas, Heartless by Marissa Meyer, The Darkest Minds by Alexander Bracken, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, The Son of Neptune, the second book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, a Captain America and Black Widow team-up comic book, Codename Verity by Elizabeth Wein, Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Roche, Poison, the first tale in the Tales from the Kingdoms anthology by Sarah Pinborough, Hunted by Megan Spooner, which is currently being lent out, Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden, The Mark of Athena, the third book in the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan, The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater, Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell, James and the Giant Peach by Roald Dahl, Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Lavenseller, Vicious by V.E. Schwab, Wonder Woman Warbringer by Leigh Bardugo, Three Dark Crowns by Kendara Blake, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, The House of Hades, the fourth book in the Heroes of Olympus series, The Blood of Olympus, the fifth book in the Heroes of Olympus series, both by Rick Riordan, The Disappearances by Emily Bain Murphy, Star Trek Discovery Desperate Hours by David Mack, Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, Language of Thorns by Leigh Bardugo, Geekerella by Ashley Poston, Born with Teeth, a memoir by Kate Mulgrew, Me, Stories of My Life by Katharine Hepburn, Movie Icons Portraits of Katharine Hepburn, there's no author of this, so it's just by Toshin, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson, Tea at 5 by Matthew Lombardo, performed by Kate Mulgrew, Dracula by Bram Stoker, Tales of the Peculiar by Ransom Riggs, A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Cluess, the audiobook for Born with Teeth, a memoir by Kate Mulgrew, narrated by Kate Mulgrew, Magnus Chase and the Sword of Summer by Rick Riordan, Star Trek Voyager Caretaker by L.A. Graff, the audiobook for The Other Boleyn Girl by Philippa Gregory, narrated by Amelia Fox, Invictus by Ryan Grodin, the audiobook for The White Queen by Philippa Gregory, narrated by Amelia Fox, Witchborn by Nicholas Bowling, Brooklyn by Colm Tobin, Postcards from the Edge by Carrie Fisher, the audiobook for Nos for R2 by Joe Hill, narrated by Kate Mulgrew, A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, Wishful Drinking by Carrie Fisher, Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco, and finally, the audiobook for The Princess Diarist by Carrie Fisher. It was quite fitting that I finished 2017 on The Princess Diaries because it was the last book that I read in 2016. So there you have it, guys. Those are all of the 71 books that I read in 2017. I know some of them probably don't count as books because some of them were just comic books, but they count on Goodreads. And I know the Katharine Hepburn one was just photographs, but they count on Goodreads, so they went towards my reading goal. Let me know in the comments down below how many books you read last year, what were your favourites, what ones disappointed you. Did Did you read any of the ones that I read as well? Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!